Hi, my name is Salma and I'm part of the Daily Q, and today I'm going to be going around talking to people about their opinions about freedom of speech and freedom of expression. What is your opinion about freedom of speech and the way that it works here in Qatar?
Freedom of speech is a work in progress here, and we're part of it. There's been no other reason for Northwestern to be here.
Freedom of speech is something important for people to get educated on topics, even if the topic is like controversial or unsavory or taboo. It's important to talk about it in order for people to be educated more about it and like form educated opinions on it.
I believe, and I've heard this quote too many times, and I might be quoting it, and it might be cliche, but this idea of, I do not believe in what you're saying, but I will die for your right to say it. And that's sort of the mantra I live with when it comes to freedom of speech.
Well, I'm concerned about the freedom of speech and free expression being limited around the world. You know, in the United States, we have a president who is saying that the press is the enemy of the people. We have similar attacks in Myanmar. We have attacks in Russia. It seems like everywhere you go, there's some sort of populism against freedom of speech and of freedom of expression. I'm deeply concerned about that.
I think freedom of expression is contextual, and I think it is not, shouldn't be thought of as a sort of absolute state of being. And freedom of expression, it depends on the context that you're in.
I want to say that the freedom of speech I learned in Qatar is quite different from what I learned in China. And I feel like freedom of speech in China has actually kind of democracy inside. It's just you don't touch the very high ground that contains very sensitive content. If you don't touch that, you will be fine and you can speak whatever you want.
I think that I'm for freedom of speech and freedom of expression, but I do believe that we have to limit it. I don't believe that it should just be out there, but I feel like to an extent we should have the freedom to say what we want and when we want it. But of course with everything there's limitations and there's kind of like mutual respect, I guess.